But not far from where the Steelers' former homes at Three Rivers Stadium, Forbes Field once stood, we are at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7, as it'll be the Snowhawks of Vancouver taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. On 1st and 10, Owens. And incomplete to open things up. George Pickens, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. But you look at this defense. They were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? Now left side, a completion to his tight end. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series, they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Owens. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Jack Campbell with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Alex Highsmith making the nice play and getting the sack.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after them early.
They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down. This defense for the Steelers, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This ball deep for Tony. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Haven't been a corner that's worth his salt yet, but ever admits to worrying about man coverage. How about the play there, breaking that pass out?
4th down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. One interception. It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Owens.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
There he goes, left side.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on 2nd down.
2nd and 7 from the 20. They fake the give. Now Mahomes rolling to his right. That is caught inside the 5. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Snowhawks take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
Man, he just ran a terrific route. Extremely hard to defend when it's run that precisely and the ball's delivered that accurately.
Now the try here for the extra point. And it's good to make it 7-0.
Next to scores, Snowhawks 7, Steelers 9.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a touchback here as Walker will sit on this one.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Off play action. Owens. He finds his man. But now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the defense. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. And so the last 3 drives, you've got 2 interceptions and a fumble. I think we know why they're losing right now.
Without question, and we've seen the evidence, just what you talked about there. If they take care of the football, number one, maybe they're not having this deficit. And number 2, maybe they actually have the lead.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
You look at this Steeler defense.
They were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
If I'm playing quarterback against this team, after what I saw on film where they had 5 picks last week, all I'm thinking about is taking care of the football, being very careful with it, and making sure I see my guys open before I throw it.
I might curl up in the fetal position.
It's not bad.
I don't think he's going to do that. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. And And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Throwing is Mahomes on third.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Here's Pacheco headed right.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
3rd down and 1.
Now Mahomes.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 14. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes.
He'll check this one down to Pacheco.
And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
They'll run here with Pacheco.
And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Good work there, holding them out on 1st down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
And they'll run again.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Snowhawks have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score still hot. 14. Steelers nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And they are right at the 500 mark on the year and got there with a victory a week ago.
I think right now I put myself in the shoes of the head coach and say, all right, time to reset a little bit. And I don't give my team a win one for the Gipper speech, but I do say, look, we haven't played our best football yet, but we are at 500 and we're still in it. Let's try and string a few of these victories together, and we're capable of doing so.
To throw again, Owens. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Buried behind the line by Christian Wilkins. Well, when you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard?
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. And even 40 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
On first down, Owens.
The Steelers at 500, 3-3 through the season's first 6 weeks. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get it.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
Down the left sideline.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick six for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick six in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-0.
21. Steelers, nothing.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
To throw on third down, Owens. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Owens going deep for Walker.
Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Oh, and that's kind of how it's gone for him so far. That was a ball they need to get back in this game. A quick strike, a big play. But he led his guy too far, and it winds up over his head.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Trent McDuffie with a pick.
And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Again, it's Pacheco.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That's now consecutive 5-yard carries to pick up the first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, 15.
Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line.
17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
17 yards. First down, Snowhawks.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes.
They'll set up the screen to Pacheco.
7 yards there on the first down screen play.
Good call there on first down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years of not screaming out, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco.
And he gets it down to the 32.
51 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Now Mahomes going to shift him around. Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Mahomes now to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 14.
23 yards. First down, Snowhawks.
Pacheco gets it up the gut.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And his kick here is good. And that will do it for this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
This fielded right at the goal line.
Now a hit and a loose football. And I think he was able to get back on it. He was. So they will get the ball after all, but that could have been a disaster.
I didn't do this in college, but I did it in high school. When you return kicks and you lose it yourself, the panic that goes through you and the determination to get the ball back, I don't even know how to describe it. And I think we just saw an example there.
Yeah, and the relief when you get it back like he did.
Yeah, you go to the sidelines, you know you're going to get yelled at, but you can handle it because you got the ball back.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
It's a pick up of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
A handoff now for Pacheco.
Consecutive runs of 6 yards gives them a 1st and 10.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes.
And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
And that could have been the lifeline they needed. This is a play that could have been made. Instead, it's just going to fall incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. On the handoff, it's Pacheco.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Third down and 13.
Now here's Mahomes. And that will be incomplete.
And that is exactly what you needed defensively. It's a long road back from here, but that's a good start to the second half as they force a punting situation and a 4th down.
They bring their punter out there now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. This is brought in at the 21. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Yeah, he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32. Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner, because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
On 3rd down, Owens. Under pressure, and down he goes.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
The Steelers send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is fielded at the 27. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still, they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
A gain of 32 that time.
Everything's been going right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Now a run with Pacheco.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6. Now they'll bring Tony in motion left. Pacheco gets it again on 2nd down.
And he'll get this pretty close to a first down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 32. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with 3rd down coming up.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Here's Pacheco once again. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 87 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
He's turning in a pretty impressive performance running the football, and a big reason why they have this nice lead.
And in days gone by, we would clip this out and put it up on the refrigerator, wouldn't we? Clip out the box score. Nowadays, not too many newspapers out there. Maybe you screenshot it online.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Mahomes quickly complete out wide, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 13-yard line.
They try with Pacheco.
And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Taken down at the 11-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
They'll try for the first with Pacheco.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal.
As I take a look at the clock, I realize that this drive has eaten up a good portion of the 4th quarter already. Got to tell you, partner, when you're trying to salt away a game, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
And they'll run with Pacheco.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
This is Pacheco.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco
with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Snowhawks start to open this lead even wider here in the fourth. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And wriggled down quickly just past the 40 at the 41. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
They try to set up the bubble screen here. It's complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 46-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
That sack courtesy of Jack Campbell. Well, a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17.
On third down, Elliott. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now.
It's 4th down.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
Here's one deep for Pickens.
This is caught inside the 15. Well, no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Well, give them credit. They're going to stay and fight this out to the end. 4th down, you've got to go for it. And they not only convert, but pick up some good yardage as well.
Operating from the gun, Owens. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line.
Patrick Queen got in there to stick him. He gets the sack.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Back to throw, Owens. This is caught, and somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
And now the Steeler offense staying out there, and they'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this one won't bounce their way. It's covered up by the hands team. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And they take a knee. And they will take a knee here. Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. So they bring out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
Throwing again. Owens. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle. Go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for Vancouver,
the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Baltimore to take on the Ravens. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.